Hello everyone, this is RexRed. I am here today with a new tutorial. It says we have an excellent connection. I'm getting my head cut off here at the top so I better kind of bring my head down here a little bit because I'm going to be backing up and bringing in some guitars today, and I'm going to be recording some guitars in Cakewalk by BandLab. And I'm not going to be too long here with this introduction. We're going to get right into work. Everything seems to be working here now. What I have here, now would not be a good time for a coughing attack. Okay, body? Let's see, we're going to go back to 2. Everything seems to be working well here. Very well. And this is the Melodyne track for my guitar part that I already have here. Now, the vocals I did in one take, and so I just sung them. Let's see if it is actually one take. It might have been, no, actually I think I had to stop it a couple of times because, no, I sung them all in one take. So it was just like last night really late. I wrote this song and when I wrote the song, I wrote it into up in here, into the markers. So I just, as I was going, I played the song in my head kind of, and what I did was I recorded it on my phone, and I just, when I was playing the music, I just went la 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 da 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 da, and so I just in my mind I kind of mapped out the song by playing it through, and then what I did was I went. Now let's see, this is kind of loud. We're going to bring this down, or you won't be able to hear my voice. So I'm going to just add an output volume here into the master and bring this down, and I don't think that brings down my voice. No, it doesn't. So that allows me when everything seemed like an endless dream, our dreams came true, I found in you. So you can see there's no compression on my voice. It's just raw. It's just exactly, it's as if I was playing it live, okay? It is live, except it was just recorded live. So, and I will be editing and doing all kinds of stuff to probably re-singing it like many times and doing all kinds of stuff with that. This isn't going to be the vocal for this song, but it allows me to now know where all the changes happen, all of the things occur in the song. So I'm trying to add in the guitar parts. I've started this new idea where a lot of my songs I would use like it's called a song loop. It's not a loop, okay? It's a song loop. And we'll go back full-time screen while I explain this. It's a song loop. What a loop is, it's just a tiny section, maybe 3 or 4 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds of a loop, and you loop it around and everything. Well, or you might call it a sample also, but what a song loop or sample is about a minute long, maybe sometimes 2 minutes. Rarely is it 3 minutes, like the whole song, but it's like kind of the core of the song where they've added maybe just the guitars or maybe just the piano, but it's played really, really nicely by some really, really great instrumentalist. And you're going to be noticing that my songs, they take me longer to make, but they are going to be made from what I call from scratch, okay? The guitar parts, everything. If I have a piano part, I'm gonna play it. This song probably would sound lovely with a piano in it. So now that I think of it, yeah, it's gonna have the piano in it. So This song is in the style of, to me, if I'd never told you this, you probably wouldn't know. But this song is in the style, I think, of like a Jackson Browne song. Okay. So, all right, now I'm going to play a little bit of this, and we're going to go here now over to this. I'm going to play a little bit. This is a 12-string.
Out of the blue, you came through.
Let's turn this metronome
When
on.
everything seemed like an endless dream, our dreams came true. I found in you a reason for love. 1,000 times.
Now, it sounds like crap. It sounds like it's distorting and all kinds of things like that. Well, it probably is.
Out of the blue,
Hey, hello.
came through. When everything seemed like an endless dream, our dreams came true. I found in you a reason for love.
Hey, Tess. Okay.
1,000 times.
Gotta make sure you can still hear me.
Love
This is a little balancing act that I'm doing, broadcasting while I'm creating.
all I could do.
That's the
was
only
dream
part
of
where my
you.
voice freaks out. But I figured I'm gonna let you guys hear the roughness of this song. That's what this song. This is in the very. All this song has right now is a guitar and voice. It's as if I was just sitting here with my guitar. Okay, and that's what we're gonna do today. Can I put this under there? Yeah, I can. I guess I can. I'm gonna put my guitar here. And now you're gonna get to see me kind of play my guitar. That's kind of loud. I have a broken string on this guitar, but that's okay. There's 12 of them. So this is a 12-string. And so what I'm going to do without too much, I don't want to take up too much time kind of talking about stuff, but you know, that's what happens. Sometimes you have stuff to talk about, and so you got to talk. And that's what we're going to do is, now what we're going to do also, somewhere here, I have a tuner. Look at this, aren't we lucky? We have a tuner. We're going to make sure that our guitar is in tune. Where is the little on thing? Okay, I could use a digital tuner, like my computer tuner, but that's a little sharp. Sharp. That one's sharp. Let's turn off the tuner so we don't run down the battery. All right, so I am going to try and play along with this other guitar part, because what I want is stereo guitars. I don't know if I'm going to use stereo guitars in the song, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to go back a little bit further here. Now let's see what happens. Rewind it. And I have to go into the input here of the Zoom. We're recording in 32-bit. So if you see it distorting or going to... I don't know if I can lower the volume here in Cakewalk of this track. I think I can lower this volume and then just kind of raise this up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to try. Here we're going to try. Okay, now I got a problem here. Almost made it through in one take.
Everything to me, a reason.
Okay, so we're gonna try here.
You hold me tight, what dreams are made of. Everything to me, a reason to love.
Okay, we gotta try this again. This is a kind of odd part of the song.
You hold me tight, what dreams are made of. Everything to me, a reason.
Cancel Z. All right.
You hold me tight,
Okay, we got another thing here. This is going to be hard to do.
You are the reason. You are
Okay, see, I have to be able to see this.
the reason. You are
Okay. It looks like we got something here. It's not. As you can see, it's all out of time and everything. But that's what we're going to try to fix. And if I have to, I might be able to copy and paste certain things. I might be able to stretch things, make them fit. But what we got to do first here is we got to kind of, these places that I've punched in and out, we got to find a good place to like sandwich them up in, splice them in. So you see that was probably a good place there.
you hold me tight. What dreams are made of? Everything to me, a reason to love. You are the reason. The reason.
All right, see, that works. So I did it in like, I think 2 or 3 takes, combining 3 takes. We're going to shift and move this down. Okay, so they are, what I'm going to do now is zoom in on this a little bit. And we're going to make sure, okay, that's a nice little splice right there. Just happens to come in a good spot. This one right here, I'm not sure. We're going to turn this off. Yeah, see that? It's okay there, I guess. Yeah, see this? All right, and that was the last one. Okay. So we minus out of here. Now what I'm going to do is save this so that was kind of easy. But let's see now. We're going to go and remove empty take lanes. I'm going to save this again. Now I'm going to save this as a reason. So I'm going to put Melodyne on that. Before I put Melodyne on, I'm going to save it so I can always go back to the raw track before Melodyne was put on it. And then we're going to right click here, region effect, Melodyne. And now we can fix, theoretically, we can fix the, okay, now I'm going to choose this algorithm, a percussive algorithm. Oh, cancel, I have to select it first, select all. And then we're going to go algorithm, percussive. We're going to redetect. And what's happening? Oh, it did it. Okay. So now if we turn on both of these tracks, what we see is both of our guitar tracks. And you see now I can line things up like, well, I have to turn this track off first. We're going to go select all. Then we're going to make sure we glue these together like that. And then we can go here. And they're just some of the spots that are kind of obvious that I could kind of just line them up a little bit just so that they're not like way off. And so I've already done this track, but the bottom track isn't completely done. It's not like done right, but it's done enough where, because I really wanted to kind of have that in time so that I was using it as a monitor in my head to play this other track. But as you can see, like this one is definitely not right. So I just wanted to make sure that, and see, so I don't think I made it all the way through these because this one's definitely not right also. And so I can just kind of come through and just make sure that they sort of line up a little bit, because I'm going to play another guitar track, and it's going to be a nylon guitar with some picking. And I want to make, and I don't want to play it to something, so we might as well start at the beginning here and just kind of go through. This is the kind of work you have to do as a music artist. We're going to get rid of that kind of thing at the beginning. And you just kind of have to work on your music. It's, you know, a novel idea, but you just want to kind of get these lined up a little bit so that they sound like they're aligned. And so that when I play the nylon, I have a reference, so I'm not like way off with the nylon. Oh, and Angus, welcome. I noticed you, but I say hi, but I didn't want to talk. my guitar microphone, the guitar recording, it shouldn't pick up the human voice, but sometimes it can pick up a little bit of something, some frequencies, and I just didn't, I couldn't speak while I was recording. So, but then I just figured, okay, I'll have to say hi after I'm done recording this. Okay, so we're going through here now, and you see some of them are okay, some of them are aligned pretty close. When I really was listening to the metronome, then I was kind of like close. And then when I lost track of the metronome, that's when I sort of drifted a little bit. And so we have to just kind of line these up a little bit so that they're close to being lined up. They're not going to be perfect. I will have to come back in later and align them perfectly, okay? So, but for now, I'm just going to go through so I can lay the other guitar track down and get the recording part. That's what today is, a kind of a recording. So let's see what this sounds like. See, they're just like right together now, and we're going to just kind of get them in the ballpark. Now these have to be precise. I mean, like by a smidgen. If they're off by a smidgen, I can hear it. Now I don't know that everybody can hear it, but I can hear it, and it really bothers me when they're off by a smidgen like that. So I have to come through and like scrutinize every last one of these so that they're right. If you want your music to sound really good, excuse me, you really have to work with the timing of things and make sure that it is good, that your timing is there. You just can't have things late and some things early. Maybe that works in horseshoes, but it doesn't work in music. Your music they have to occur at the same time. Like this is just like way off. You'd hear this. Anyone would hear these. Anyone would hear these off, but once I get them aligned, they're still not aligned. That's where I can hear them. It takes a trained ear to kind of hear those little pieces, but maybe not, because I think a lot of non-musicians who don't make their music, they're very skilled at listening to music, and they may not be able to sing like Pavarotti, but they certainly can tell when something is not right, because that's all they do is listen, and so they have that skill highly developed. And you don't have to be a famous singer to be able to hear, to be on a judge in. All you have to do is be a music connoisseur, somebody who listens to a lot of music. That's it. That is the truth. You don't have to play a musical instrument. See, this is off. These just have to be aligned. Now this is way off, and this one comes this way, and because I stretched that off, this has got to come in. See, I don't. These have to be somewhat in the ballpark, or then when I play the picking could end up like way off, and that's why these have to be somewhat close. They don't have to be perfect, but they have to be in the ballpark. I'm almost through here. We're about halfway through. Just kind of figured I'd get these really close, kind of aligned up. Now, there are musicians out there, guitar players, who can play this stuff and have it like perfect. To love. Okay, this I think goes here. To love. To love. To love. To love. Okay. And we go here. All right, these have to be just right. To love. To love. So as long as they're close, then I'll be able to know where to come in with the nylon. If I have like them way off, one of them like way off, see? Then I could be like way off, and then I'd have to stretch certain notes beyond where they really are comfortable at being stretched. And that's why you have to have it in the ballpark. Okay, now this, we're going to go here. And here. We need one here. And then we'll go with these, like this, and that. All right, to make sure there's a way to all right, I kind of know where these go, but they all right, as long as they're close. You can see this is way too early. This is late. That one's late. So I don't think I need to worry about, well, we'll put one there anyway. And we go like this. And then we can move these around. this one right here. Gotta go like this. This one like that. Okay, this has got to go there. This one comes in. Yeah. Sometimes you just can't proceed further until you do a certain task.
Now I stand. Now I stand.
Okay, that was the instrumental, by the way.
And golden.
Okay. When I make my own music from scratch, I end up like putting all kinds of tracks in, and they go like through the whole song. And then like the last process, you have to kind of go through and say, well, this instrument really shouldn't be through the whole song. It should just be in certain parts here and there. And you have to kind of whittle down the song a little bit so that it's not like everything all the time. That's a really hard part for musicians to kind of grasp, that part about not having everything playing all at once.
What we found. What we found. Your arms surround.
Okay. I'll have to come in, but that part's okay.
Your arms surround me.
Okay, those are okay. They're lined. Just gonna kind of go through this and make sure that they're not really bad, like really off by a lot. Because I'll do these later. This part I was like listening to the metronome until I got about here. Then I get kind of distracted and I don't stop listening to the metronome, and that's when I begin to drift. You have to actively listen to that metronome. These are all off, but they're okay. They're close enough. This one's just got to be dragged up a little bit. Just a little bit. And this one. Okay, these are okay. This right here is way off. It took me many, many, many years to hone in my guitar playing skills. That's what when you first starting out as a musician, as a songwriter, music maker, you know. Yep, the first few years of your music making career, you have to dedicate to learning your instruments. So I would say from the age of, you know, maybe 7 or 8 on until you're like 18 or 19, that's when you spend all those years learning to play your guitar and your instruments and all. We're almost to the end here.
All through the night, all through the night.
I'm just going to leave that. It sounds okay. This is off a little bit. That comes here. That goes there. Yeah, you have to spend those years learning your instruments. And I highly recommend learning guitar. I recommend learning guitar over piano, because a guitar you can strap on your back. You don't have to have, yes, you can take a synth and have batteries in it and all, but a guitar you don't even need batteries. You just play. You can take it into any kind of place just about and just start playing for your dinner, you know. And you can play just about anything on a guitar, even songs that are played like I play the Piano Man on my guitar, you know, Billy Joel's Piano Man. It's you can play any song on a guitar. And so I recommend focusing on the guitar, okay? But you need to learn to play the piano too. But the guitar is kind of everything. Learning a 6-string, and you need to learn. You can start out on a nylon. Like when you're really young, I would recommend starting out on a nylon guitar, because because your fingers are still it's a strength training. You don't want to you don't want to ruin your fingers, because a guitar can turn your fingers into your knuckles and into noodles if you don't develop the musculature in your fingers. So I recommend starting out with a nylon, but then eventually you have to switch over. You have to start also playing a steel string and a 12-string and all of those other guitars. I just played that on the 12-string. So there's 12 strings to push. Well, actually 11 on that one, because one of the strings is broken. So I had to order some more strings. So, yeah, I broke the string. I tuned it up too high. And it seemed like it was too loose, like it was an octave too low, and it wasn't. I may have actually used like a 6-string string on there. Okay, that's all lining up okay. All right, so here we got this, I think here and there. Now see, I didn't sing that right, so that's going to be, the vocal isn't in the right place. That's okay. This is a little late. Okay, so that's that. Why this one came out so much louder than the other one, I don't know. It's not supposed to. Oh, I kind of, know. Oh, I may have had phantom power turned on that. Now that I think of it, it might have, this one. So, it's probably quite possible that I had phantom power turned on.
And the reason.
All right, but I think they're okay. Now this is 12. Okay, 1, 2, 12. 12 string. This would be right. Let's move that all the way over to the right. And this is 12 string. Left. That's all the way over. Okay.
And the reason.
See, you can,
and
there's still some of these off.
And the reason. And the reason. And the reason.
I just have to play it in that spot where it was terrible. Okay, so those are done. Now we're going to add another track here. We're going to play some nylon. And we're going to add another guitar. This is why I have 14 guitars. 14, well, stringed instruments. Okay, this might actually have a slide in it also. I'm going to take this out. Now I'm like yanking things out of my ears. I've got all these cords. I'm like wired up. I've got things twisted around my leg. This is what it's like having all kinds of instruments that you have to, when you have to play things and all. Let's plug this in right here. Sorry about that. Okay, these have to be, okay, the volume's up all the way. Now I'm going to turn on the tuner. I just strung this guitar a couple days ago. Kind of loud, but all right, so now we have to set this track to record from that input. We're going to turn on arm the track so we can record. Make sure I don't have any other tracks armed so I don't record over them. Rewind.
Everything seemed
I think I'm ready, kinda. See, if it's too loud, then I'll shy away from the way I play it. Change the volume either. All right, so I'm going to try this now. Lot of like air here. It's just my amps and things like that. It sounds like there's a lot of hissy air. It's just because of all of this. I'm really doing all kinds of tricks to bring my mic in and all of this stuff. But okay, so but it's not in the recording. It's just, see, as you can see, when I zoom in like this, you see like when I'm not playing, there's just a straight line. There's no noise and all here. It's just in this particular I've got things set wrong, you know, so and the reason why is because I'm recording at 32-bit and this when on this particular it's this is called a Zoom, not Zoom, is it's I've got it covered up. I think it is a Zoom and it doesn't have an output volume. It's just you just have to record at the volume that your instrument is. Now, why does this happen? Now it's gotten like really loud. So, but it's just this, my amps and stuff. And there's probably a way to do this, to set things. So this is really strange. Okay. Because there is like a lot of noise here. Oh, wow. Just went down a lot. I don't know. I'm hoping it's not in this recording here. Let's see. Okay. All right, so
Everything to me, a reason to love.
I didn't quite do that right.
Everything
Suddenly
to
that
me,
noise is gone.
a reason.
Okay, this is obviously not going to be that easy.
Everything to me, a reason to love. You are the reason.
There's another one. did the same thing to me. It's just really strange how I did this.
Reason.
Okay, that is the nylon. And I'm wondering if I ended up with noise in that. Let's listen to this. This is the nylon here. Right here. That is strange. It's like
To love.
okay. Let's turn this way up.
To love.
I'm hearing it in there. Okay, I've got to use a different chord and replay that. See, I've got problems here. I played this guitar part here, I think, with phantom power on. You're not supposed to do that. Now that's sitting there, okay. So I'm gonna have to play this again, which isn't bad, because I will then just have a better recording. I'll practice it a little bit more, but my fingers will be a little more sore. let's see what we've got. I hope it's not like something in the guitar pickup in the guitar that's causing this, and not so much the cable, because I didn't really hear it happening with the 12 string. So, but we're going to try a PV cable. Now when I plug that cable in, it doesn't have that noise. Remember that noise? We were like, kind of sound. That's one thing it doesn't have. Okay, so we're going to try this again. Just going to delete this because it's no good. That's the 12 string. Delete that. You can't have noise in your recording. Okay, I've got that soloed. That doesn't help. And I got to turn this gain back down. Right, record. I can't see this.
Your arms surround me every day.
Okay, we did it right that time. Now, I think I have to take this cord out of the guitar. That's amazing how that cord just doesn't make that big hum when it's not plugged in. Okay, we're going to take this, we're going to plug this into this guitar. And then I'm going to re-record this other 12-string part. See how loud that is? But first we got to turn the tuner back on and tune this again just to make sure it's in tune. Where are you? Well, that's okay. That's in tune. Okay. All right. Now we'll just record here. Oh, we got to first turn that off. Clear my throat a little bit. Okay. We got to go here. now that wave looks kind of closer. I might have played it a little louder, but it looks closer to the other wave. And it doesn't have those big, huge kind of spots where it seemed like it was going crazy. So we can just come in here so we don't make an accident, do an accident, and select that, delete that other wave. You have to do things right. Yeah, if you do something wrong, you have to go back and fix it. That's how you do stuff. You fix it. And so that you don't have things in your song that aren't right. So now I'm going to save this, and then we're going to go, we don't need this video part here, open. And I am sitting on a drummer stool right now because I can't have a gaming chair with elbow things, because when you're playing the guitar you can't have elbow things in the way. So I'm going to have to switch to my other chair at some point to do some like long hour editing. I might as well do that now because the guitar parts are done, I believe. I really kind of felt like I played the acoustic guitar kind of sloppy. But you know, you'd hear like little loud, or I'd hit the note too loud, or I'd hit it too soft, or whatever. That's what editing is about, is lowering those particular notes and raising up the ones that are quiet, and aligning them in time and doing all. That's what it's all about. So now I'm going to remove this empty lane here. We're going to go to, where is it? 12 string. Come on, where is it? Okay, there must be something left still here. Yeah, this little teeny piece on the end. Okay, remove empty take lanes. Okay, save this again. Now, what we're going to do is go File, Save As. We're going to save this as 3. And then I can add. Now this is nylon. That's the nylon guitar. And this is the 12 string left, 12 string right. And now we're going to put Melodyne on the 12 string right. And that's going to pop up here. I'm going to select all. Then we're going to go to algorithm, percussive, and redetect it as a percussive wave, a little bit of decaf. Okay, and then we go here to, you can see this is all got to be edited now. Some of them are like right on the money. And that little piece can go, and so can this little piece at the beginning. And let's see what we've got here. Some of them are like right on, but they're not. Oh, Z, select all. That just reminds me, Z. We have to take and now click these to join them. Okay. And you can see that a lot of these aren't on. Okay, another coughing attack. Yeah, all right, now, being live for hours, this is like way off, okay? This one's way off. Some of the, at the beginning, I felt like I really lost track of the metronome. I wasn't paying attention to it. So as you can see, I have this massive editing job. What I've got to do is get them in the ballpark, and then I have to come through and really like quibble over every like little tiny fraction of a movement.
Like an endless dream. Like an end.
Okay.
Like an end.
What just happened here?
Like an end. Like an end.
Okay, but we have to break them apart like this.
Like an end.
See, this is really early. You can hear these.
Like an endless dream. Like an endless dream. Like an endless.
Okay, it's actually the acoustic. I mean the nylon that's off, and it's making the other one sound off. And also my voice hasn't been edited, so my voice is completely out of time. And the vocal that you're hearing won't be the final vocal. This vocal is a reference vocal. It was just sung in one take, just so I would know where the choruses and things are, and help me to kind of know where I am in the song, so I'm not just playing like without any knowledge of like when changes happen. The vocal helps to do that. Melodyne, okay, we're going to put Melodyne on the nylon. And now that will appear in here as well. We're going to keep the nylon, so it's the nylon's going to be melodic and not percussive. So I can tune some of these notes a little bit here, and if they're a little bit out. Like this one you can see is kind of out. See, so now these notes I can, with the nylon, I can line them up as well. They're going to stay like notes, like, but as you can see now I can fix those as well. So there's the nylon. So I have this massive gargantuan editing job to do. And I'll stay here for a while and kind of edit and show you. Now we're going to just kind of bring these up a little bit. That's a little too much. See, then I have also these here, which are where are those? They're way down here, I think. Why aren't they showing up here? Okay, they're up here. So these ones I'll probably do together, and then I'll do the nylon. This, I think I did some of these.
Out of out of out of the blue, out of the blue, out of.
So this is pretty cool how this works here. You can line them up like this and fix my shitty guitar playing. And you know, it's just I'm a pretty good guitar player, but I'm not a guitarist. I'm a guitar player. I'm like a rhythm accompanist, I do have the gift of being able to finger pick, which a lot of guitar players don't have that ability. They just know how to strum stuff and or play lead. But I learned like at 12 years old how to finger pick. I I was finger picking at 12 years old like I play today.
Out of the blue, you came.
I was maybe even a better, in some ways, I might have even been better at picking at 12 years old. Because I did it like every day. And to tell you the truth, today, I've only played the guitar a few times in the last month. But I do have calluses on my fingers, so on the tips of my fingers. So this is just, as you can see, it's just getting these lined up close to it and then kind of listening to it and hearing the spots. I may be able to, because there's 3 guitars, if there was only one guitar, you would hear every single error. But because there's 3 of them, they kind of make it a little more forgiving. But all of this editing has to be done like this. These just have to be right on the money. Like this, they just have to be right there.
True, I found in you. True, I found in you a reason to love. True, I found in you a reason to love. 1,000 times.
Now I could have used my steel string instead of the...
1,000 times. 1,000 times. Love is sublime. I couldn't find a love. 1,000 times. Love is sublime. 1,000 times. Love is sublime. I couldn't find a love to be mine. 1,000 times. Love is sublime. I couldn't find a love to be mine. 1,000 times. Love is sublime. I couldn't find a love to be mine.
When I would listen to the metronome and focus on it in my head, that's when you see me on here.
A love to be mine. All I could do.
Yeah, that part, my voice cracks there. I sung this last night at like 1 o'clock in the morning or somewhere around that time. No, it was actually 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock at night. Which is actually a singer's prime time, because they usually sing from like 9 to 1. That's all okay, so I think I'm better now. sort of, kind of. I get croupy. I like having my croupy hour of every day where I just like get croupy. Everybody does.
And the reason.
This is sounding kind of sweet. This is sounding really sweet with those 2 12 strings on in each ear, giving you that kind of beautiful velvety kind of sound, and then the nylon in the center with that soft kind of intimate sound of the nylon. This is going to be a pretty song, and it's going to have like a kind of strength to it. Like when I sing in those high notes and kind of I can belt some of the lines out. It's not all la da 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 kind of thing. It's actually some really kind of where I can constrict my vocal cords a little bit and really do some stuff with this. So yeah, this is going to be a really beautiful song. I think. And there's a kind of honesty about this song. It's not just lovey-lovey. It's like, it shows like a struggle. It's kind of like a lyrical struggle. It's not like horrible and dark. It's just, it's like a desperation. And that's in an honesty kind of way. And that makes this really nice.
Like the stars above, and hope they would shine.
That is not actually distorting there.
Like the stars above, and hope they would shine.
It looks like it is, but it isn't. Let's bring this lead vocal gain down a little.
Like the stars above, and hope they would shine. A love so fine, our love.
Okay, let's get this part in. I think this
And all we can be, we gotta read. We got a reason. We got a reason.
And this lyrics, I hope that people don't misunderstand it. That everybody has to have a reason to love. You don't have to have a reason. You don't have to figure out a reason there. There doesn't have to be a reason to love. There doesn't. I think about these things because I don't want to stir people wrong and it's just that we have a reason to love, but it doesn't mean there needs to be a reason to love. There doesn't need to be. I'm going to leave that there. It's like that there's some kind of, like a reason to love would be to have kids. Now that should put it in perspective. You don't have to have a reason to love, okay? You don't. But, and you have to put thought into your music. You can't, because you can't let your audience be the one who puts thought into your songs. You have to put more thought into your songs than your biggest fan. And so that when somebody says, well, Rex, do you really have to have a reason to love? And then you can just say, no, you don't. I already thought of that, So, okay, so this goes here. Now we got a bunch of these that are off. This one's way off. To love. To love. way off on these.
To love.
All right, now we go down here.
To love. To love. To love. To love. To love.
I might have to fix that note. Like replace it with another one from another section. There's another kind of, so I'll have to listen to these like separately, like without the rest of the music, and make sure. When you have a slow song like that, oh my gosh, my voice is so croupy today. Eventually it will stop. Then I'll be able to sing this. I'm going to have to sing these vocals. That one I'm gonna have to replace. It's just a little too rattly. I didn't quite get the string on dead on the top of it, of the fret, or and it's in the instrumental where there's no vocals. So well, but there'll be a guitar lead there. I just don't want a kind of jangly, rattly kind of string sound like that in the middle there. So it's going to have to be replaced.
Holding your hand, holding your hand, holding your hand. What? Holding your hand. What we? Holding your hand.
And I'll be able to tune some of these like that sounds a little bit sharp.
What we found.
So, all right, I'm wondering if I should stay live here, kind of just editing like this, or maybe take a break and come back and do some more live editing. I'm not sure exactly what to do.
What we found. What we found. Your arms is around. What we found. Your arms is around. Arms is around me every day. Me every day. Me every day.
Okay, I'm almost done with the nylon. If I do this, if I don't, okay, that is like correct. This one comes over a tiny bit. This one comes over. I'm just going to leave that where it is. This has got to come like that. Okay.
You are my reason. 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 Reason to love. Reason to love. The stars are reason to love. The stars above. Reason to love. The stars above. They shine. Reason to love. The stars above. They shine for you. Reason to love. The stars above. They shine for you.
I think that sounds out because this one's like way out. Yeah, see?
Reason to love. The stars above. They shine for you. And all that is reason to love. The stars above. They shine for you.
So save this so I don't have to go and do all of that again. That's happened before. You can be sure of that.
And all that is
I'll go up and do those other ones in a bit, but and this. You can kind of do these without even playing them, but
our love is free. Our love is free.
well, this really needs a sing.
Our love is free. And all we can be.
Okay, what just happened?
And all we can be. And all we can be. We got a reason. And all we can be. We got a reason to love. To love. To love.
Well, when they play these parts, they have like deliberate intention to each, you know, that it's mine are just kind of like I filled them into place, but they have like with my vocals are the professional thing that I do. Like my vocals are like cursive, and where my guitar playing is like printing, and that's the difference. So I'm a singer, and that's it. That my vocals are where I just have all of my talent, and the guitar is something that gets me by, that gets me through. I can play live for 4 hours, just kind of strumming away, but that's it, you know. Just it's not. So I'm almost done with this nylon part. I think I skipped over some spots in the beginning. So they'll become evident. They'll just be obvious that I just didn't do those spots. And let's see what we got here. You can hear like a big spot where this is really late, early, yeah. I'll mess with that later. Those are going to do those in the next editing session, editing task, run through. I think that goes there. Okay, we got like this one right here doesn't sound quite right. It's got like a twang to it. So I may have to like borrow that from another section of the song and all, but I'll have everything I need to do this. And this one this note right here I didn't sustain. See that? But I can maybe. Okay, so I got a ton of editing to do. See, these are just out now as well. Just kind of go back through and edit these parts that are, I'm going to just get them kind of lined up and then come through and really like zoom way in like this, and then I can critique each one so that they sound right. See, these are just way out, like this one's way out. Just come through here kind of easily here through these. Just kind of go down through them and line them up a little bit. And if I can get these kind of in the ballpark, then I can re-sing, then I can come up and sing. And when I sing my lyrics, the music's actually going to be on the beat and not like all over the place. And then my lyrics will be, and that's one thing, my lyrics, I can sing them almost to the point where they don't really need editing, but I edit them anyway. But they could literally, they're at least like before editing quality, like 60s quality, 70s quality. So everybody thinks that they sung everything so perfectly back then. They didn't. If you looked at them in these programs, you'd see their pitch and timing all just, it's not completely off. It's just ever so slightly off. That's the way they had to do things. They couldn't go back and edit them like this. So, but they're not perfect. They're not absolutely perfect. Even things that you think are perfect are a tiny fraction off. So it's just, there are some things that kind of really do kind of seem like they completely nailed it, but they're not really. Okay, they're not like this where I just kind of didn't really even pay attention. I just kind of like, they're not out like this. They had to be on, and so they had to practice it and practice it and practice it until it was just kind of, and they could stop and do a thing called punch in, where they could kind of punch in, or if it was really that bad, they could just get the tape guy to splice, or girl to splice the tape to line it up. They had things they could do. Back in the early recordings, when they were recording those really early recordings, they just had to have it practiced. And so they would play the same song and practice it over and over and over and over and over and over. So I could do that too. But then, if that was the case, I would only be able to do my vocal because I would have to spend all the time making the song on just doing a vocal. And I have to play all the instruments. I have to do everything. I can't dedicate that much time to learning the guitar part and then learning the piano part and learning. I have to just put them in and edit them. And that's the thing. So I think this is going to be hard.
They shine for you.
Yeah, that worked. I got to make myself something to eat. All right, here we go. Soon. I haven't eaten today yet. I'm kind of fasting. It's like I overeat, and then I fast. Which, if I could just kind of not overeat, I wouldn't need to fast. But, you do what you have to maintain. So these are going to be pretty once they're in place. I'm happy with the way the guitar recorded. Going back and redoing those tracks, finding the chord, and it's just a lesson to me never to use those cheap chords that come with a guitar. That's what I used, was the chord that actually came with the guitar. See, some of these are still a little bit out. See, they have to all be right on. They can't be. And see these little parts that don't have a little handle on them yet? I'm going to have to go in and put a handle and then see, this is where it's supposed to, this right here is supposed to be right here. And so that means that this right here is early. And so they all have to be done like that. And this drummer's stool is, Z is very uncomfortable right now. Sitting on it, it's hard as a rock. And
your arms it's around.
see, this one's early too. So it just have to all these little notes have to be done here. Also in the rhythm part, the 12 string. Here, this is out, which puts, well, that's kind of close. And this is off by just a fraction. All of that has to be adjusted. This I'm going to have to kind of quibble over. Da 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 da. All right, we come through some more here. This. Okay, that's definitely off. If they have like a long thing on the end, if it's like just abrupt, then it goes straight on the line. But if it has a long like tail before it, then you don't put it right on the line. Because that's like a syllable, like an S or something, like say, you know, it's like the S comes long before the actual beat. The syllable comes before the beat. So sometimes when I'm strumming, I do like a syllable thing. Sometimes it's just abrupt, like this is abrupt, but this is like a little bit of a syllable. And you can see there's syllables. That's why I didn't do this one, because there's a syllable there, and I'm going to have to kind of listen to it and figure out exactly where the beat comes in. So that's why I'm just getting them in the ballpark so that I can do other tracks, and at some point I will come in and just like spend 2 hours or more editing these. I'm just going to kind of do a quick edit for you all here to kind of, so we can just, you can see how the whole editing thing works. Now, this one's definitely off, so I gotta have to fix that. It'll be so audible that it will be very noticeable. Okay, now we have to join them. If I don't join them, then there'll be two pieces. One piece, they'll be disconnected. All right, we come through here. Those are okay. I think I've done some of these. Now this is definitely off here. This all comes right here. And that's okay. There's a little bit of a tail at the beginning of that. And this right here, I'm going to just take that out, I think. Now I have to join these. I think that's where this goes, but I'm not positive. Yeah. Yeah, and this goes here. This goes way over here. I just wasn't listening to the metronome. Well, this part is kind of like a sustained part a little bit. It's just very difficult to traverse through this particular landscape of the song. It's like a reflective part of the song. It's I would call it almost a retard, where the song wants to slow down, but it doesn't, but it wants to, and so it has this like hesitation and this kind of like one of those little things that you wind, and they kind of have that, I don't know, those little jack-in-the-box things, where they have that kind of like hesitation in the sounds before it pops out, you know. They're not supposed to be smooth when you turn them. They're supposed to be like When's it gonna happen kind of thing. Uh, I think they have like a calliopes and things like that also that have that. And these really weird instruments that you kind of turn the handle to play them. Just pull this over a little bit and that'll kind of sort of align them, but these have to come be aligned. This is obviously this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. There's just a lot of them there, and this, and well, that's about in the right place because that's got a tail. So can I go like this, and hold control and go like this, and then hold control like that. Then I can do all of these at once. And now we gotta align them. This goes here, here. I try to cut them about where I think they go. And this.
Love, love, like the stars above, and hope they would shine.
Okay, so we're at the beginning, kind of the beginning of the song here now. All right, this goes here, here, this goes here. That's got a tail. This goes here. Okay, these I'm gonna have to put these things here. This is way off. Okay, so these they're so off that I have to do them now. Okay, that doesn't have enough of a tail to, so it's got to kind of line right up. And here, here. We're almost done here. Okay, then down through here. There were some spots in the song that I don't think I did these at the beginning, but I'll notice them immediately. It's like, well, the guitar is like way out. Now I'll have to go and do those sections. These are almost lined up. I probably didn't need to do these two, but like this now. Like that. Okay. And we do this here. This is out. That's got to go way over. That might align the other one. I think I'm going to leave that. It's got a really long tail. So, just try to get through this. We got this one's got to be done. It's way off. And okay, now my arm is getting a little bit fatigued. Gotta change my position of my arm here, okay? It's a lot of precise clicking. All right. I did some of these already. I came through and did some, and this is probably the part that I didn't do these. Yeah, there's some of these that aren't right. Maybe that one's not, but yeah, see, these aren't right. This goes like this. So some of these I didn't get done. I knew there was a section that I didn't. All right, but let's finish this so I don't have another hole in this section. So, and then we'll go through and look. What's nice about this music is you think that music is not visual? It is. We're visualizing, we're able to visualize. We don't have to visualize, we can literally see this and see where editing needs to be done. I don't have to hear this. I can just see it. I don't have to listen and visualize. I can like see it. That's what the computer does. It gives us the ability to see music, see our music, and see what it's doing at certain places. I think this has got to go here. Just cut in the wrong place. Okay, this goes here. And I think that's going to have to come over a bit. This one looks okay. This is the beginning of this. So I think I'm going to stay long enough so that we finish doing the kind of cursory guitar edit for all the, make sure the guitar is all done. I think this is a long tail, so it's got to stick out a little ahead. Yeah, that sounds, it's a nice soft beginning. Some of my songs just come in like horribly. So see, this is off. You just got to go through and just kind of make sure that I got all these too. See, these are off, completely off, not edited at all. And this comes here. Just got to make sure that they're in. So, and this one's off. And I missed a bunch of these at the beginning. I knew I did. Some sections of this. This goes here. I've been editing this stuff for so many years. And you know what? I still love editing. I love doing this. I absolutely love. I think I'm caught up to where I picked up with this. This one's just a tiny bit off, like a little smidgen. Okay, and so they're done. Yeah, I went right through the top ones and right through the bottom ones. Okay, this looks like it might. Okay, that one was the one that I noticed. We've got a reason. Oh, something's right really bad there. We've got a reason. Okay, that's got to go here, like, maybe? I think it's this. That one's way off. To love. You see, you can hear that they're there, but they're some of them. Now the speaker on the guitar on the right speaker, which one is that? And there's that little note. Now I stand holding your hand. What we found, your arms that surround me every day. Don't need the metronome right now. You are my reason. Reason to love. The stars above, they shine for you. Love that is true. Our love is free. And all we can be. We've got a reason. Reason each day to love you that way. I found this in your kiss all through the night. So this, the vocals here are just, now the vocals become very evident that they're not in time.
Now I stand holding your hand. What we found, your arms that surround me every day. Now I can say you are my reason, reason to love. The stars above, they shine for you, and all that is true. Our love is free, and all we can be. We've got a reason each day to love you that way.
Okay, we will talk, Angus. That is going to do it for me for today. This video, I will be back. I've got a ton more to do on this song. We've got to add bass. We've got to add some drums to this. I have to re-sing it. I might be back when I re-sing it, which means me singing through a whole bunch of tracks. And that's probably that. I'm ready to sing this now. My voice isn't awake yet. I didn't get much sleep, so when I woke up at 10 o'clock, I'm like shy about 4 hours sleep. If I do re-sing it, it's going to be probably sometime 6 or 7 o'clock tonight when my voice starts to, maybe even 9. I might come back and do some re-singing. So there's going to be more. I've got to put a piano part into this. So it's going to be a beautiful, just kind of following the chords. It's not going to be like a massive. You two have it awesome, my friend Angus. And thank you for just watching and for being here and listening and putting your time into my channel. Thank you from the very depths of my being and my soul. I thank you for being here and listening and watching and being a part of this channel. Eventually, someday, I might actually be able to make an income from this channel. YouTube is good to let me put all these videos up here. Someday, I might be able to garner enough views to actually make a dime from this channel. So, but YouTube is good to me on my other channels. So they made me into a star. And so I thank you, YouTube, also from the depths of my heart and soul as well. So thank you for watching. We are going to go out with our theme music, our cool, vibey theme music. And I will see you again in the next MIDI Maker tutorial. Again, please like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. And yes, we will be back. We will be back. We're going to go here to this. And does that allow me? Okay, bye-bye. Please leave comments. Your comments are very, I read them all. Okay, take care. Angus, take care. Bye-bye.